Hey gamers, it's time for another Fanfic Friday! Whoa! Number 2. And this time we have, what is this? A is for a-hole. He was tired, he was cranky, and he was paired with a smug Raphael for morning training. After a long night of exposure to some of the internet's more colorful language, sometimes even the young Donatello's brain can't properly filter words before they leave his mouth. Rated T for language. Uh-oh.
This is gonna be spicy, guys.
Uh-oh. Of course, I don't own the Teenage Mutant. We know.
We know.
A is for a-hole. And here Donatello had thought that the training session couldn't get any worse. He knew intrinsically that was his own fault, at least partially. He was well aware that good nights of rest was important for the development of an 11-year-old minds. Oh. And the rabbit hole research he's been down on his computer last night had left little time for such menial things, such as sleep. After all, there were so few hours in the day, but so many essays, forums, and videos about how to build your own internal combustion engine. So he couldn't say he was surprised when his energy started fading drastically, when they were only about halfway through training, which is not at all helpful when it came to learning the precise movements of the new kata Sensei had decided to teach them. His sluggish reactions earned him constant correction from his father, his snickers from his brothers, only flustering him more. And now he stood face to face with the one brother he would have given anything to avoid in such a situation.
So I see we're going by the characterization of Donnie. That's like...
he's a bit...
He's too busy researching, building to sleep. Okay.
There are 11 here.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Oh, would that even change how, like, you'd voice them?
I don't think too much. I mean...
They're like 11.
I think both our pitches are pretty high.
Yeah, if anything, our voices might fit their 11-year-old selves a little more.
Well, they sound more like...
Think you can stay on your feet long enough to let me get some real practice in?
Oh, the smirk on Raphael's face was so smug that Donatello wanted nothing more than to kick it off. His face set with a determined frown, Donnie waited in the stands for Raph to make the first practice move. With a loud grunt, his older brother finally threw the first punch for him to block, using a new kata, and then another before Donnie finished with a kick towards his abdomen. Raph was supposed to roll backwards to absorb the blow, but instead he stood firm, his grin widening.
I love how, if this is from Donnie's POV, Raph was supposed to roll...
Raph was supposed to roll backwards to absorb the blow, but instead, he stood firm, his grin widening.
Ugh! That was it? Pretty sure Spike could have hit me harder than that.
It's about building muscle, you meathead, huffed Donnie as he returned to his opening stance. His brother's eyes narrowed at the insult, but the edges of his mouth remained crooked upwards as he too took his proper position before repeating the instigating moves of the kata. With both punches blocked, Donnie set his jaw and kicked his leg out with all the force his tired body could muster, causing Raph, who was once again stubbornly standing his ground, to grunt. Donnie noticed the dangerous gleam in his eye a fraction of a second too late. However, as his brother suddenly broke form, reaching out to grab his leg and jerk it roughly. With a startled cry, he hit the ground with a dull dud, the unexpected impact knocking the wind out of him.
I don't know, said Raph with a snicker. I think my way works just fine. He reached out a hand to help his sibling to his feet, but Donnie growled and smacked it away.
Damn it, Raph! Why do you have to be such an asshole?
The instant the words rang throughout the room, he clamped his mouth shut tight, his brown eyes widening to match the green ones staring back at him. I know, right?
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna live that lie too. Okay. This fic full of lies.
Oh.
Just add one more. Not even just this fic. The fandom's book of lies. Is Donnie overworks himself and doesn't sleep. Donnie has brown eyes.
Guys.
Okay. Quiet gasps from their uninvolved siblings reached Donnie's ears as time seemed to pause, his brain scrambling to find a way to undo his verbal blunder before at last Leonardo's voice broke through his tangled web of thoughts. You know you shouldn't talk like that, Donnie!
This is supposed to be...
That's probably supposed to be Mikey.
Sensei, what's in that? Donatello. Master Splinter's firm but calm voice cut off Michelangelo before he could finish his question. Where exactly did you learn such language? Quickly facing his sensei and righting himself into a proper seiza position, Donnie's eyes flickered up to the imposing figure and back down to the knees he knelt upon. Well, I don't know if I can say exactly where I learned it, Sensei. I mean, well, probably. Well, the humans that frequent the online forums I use for research can be pretty disrespectful when there's a disagreement over the proper solution to a presented problem. His voice grew less timid as he sifted through his mental notes, raising a hand to his chin in thought. But then again, some of the hosts of the videos can be pretty crass at times, often using varied and colorful language to emphasize...
Okay, this is pretty accurate to Donnie.
Yeah, oh my god. It's getting chastised. It's like, well, actually, Sensei, you know, those humans in those videos quickly start to use... A sharp tap from Splinter's walking stick striking the floor silenced Donnie's rambling instantly, causing him to flinch as he was quickly reminded of his current predicament. Upon hearing a coughing noise that sounded suspiciously like the word nerd, he shot Raphael a sharp glare before returning his eyes sheepishly to his father from where he knelt. So, said Splinter, keeping his voice quiet but authoritative as he stroked his long, thin beard. You learned up to your computer. Is that correct? Donatello nodded with a mumble, "Hi, Sensei." Closing his eyes, Splinter gave a soft sigh and nodded before returning his gaze to the son that knelt before him. You know such language is unacceptable, especially when directed at one of your brothers. But Sensei! Words among families should be used to build one another up, not tear each other down. Real.
Splinter for the win!
Real. Sorry, I just watched Tales, so... None of you should be quick to provoke anger or call your brothers disrespectful names, whether it be one of your unsavory new words or even something as simple as nerd. His attention shifted towards Raph, who was quiet, sniggering. Okay. His attention shifted toward Raph, who was quiet, sniggering, came to an abrupt halt as all eyes followed their sensei's gaze. Isn't that right, Raphael? Raph merely pouted and muttered a soft,
"Hi, Sensei."
Focusing
Focusing again on the younger of the two, Splinter continued. Donatello, when you are finished training, you and Raphael will work together to clean the kitchen. Raph's head shot up at the sound of his name. Wait, why do I
Do not think I did not catch your improvisation of the Kako no Kata, the sensei said sharply. Clasping both hands on top of his walking stick, he glanced back and forth between his obstinate sons.
Yes, thank you for calling out Okay, Raph and Donnie!
Uh-huh. His posture alone to command their attention. If the two of you have not yet managed to show proper teamwork by the time you are finished with the kitchen, you will both continue to other areas until you do. Do I make myself clear? Both of the brothers shot a disgruntled glare at each other before replying in resigned unison. Hi, Sensei! Splinter relaxed his stance and once again softened his tone. Thank you, he's not all tough.
Yes!
Good. Now, Donatello, once you are finished, I want you to bring your computer to me. You will teach me how you use it. You will teach me how you use it. I wish to see for myself these forms and videos you spoke of. Donnie nodded glumly in response, but his father wasn't finished. You will then leave it with me for the next 3 days so I may familiar myself with how it works. His jaw dropped. 3 days? But... Would you prefer I borrow for a week? Shoulders slumping forward, he sighed and answered, "No," as he pushed himself back onto his feet. I know you have built a powerful and useful tool, Donatello, Splinter said, reaching out a hand and placing it on his dejected son's shoulder as Donnie looked up forlornly to meet his father's gaze. Oh, but concerning the influence it has, not only over your words, but your ability to appropriately manage your sleeping habits, I think some time apart from it will not do you any harm.
Splinter, best dad!
Dang! Finally!
Finally some good Splinter characterization in a fanfiction.
That's so nice.
I love this.
Right? Goodness, the incredulous look on the young turtle's face voiced his opinion without words. With a knowing smile born of age and experience, Master Splinter gave his shoulder a light squeeze before moving back towards the center of the dojo. No, all of you, back into position. It's not yet. Time for a rest, Michelangelo. As Mikey jumped up to rejoin Leo from where he'd sprawled out on the floor. Mikey. Why is that so accurate too? Right. Oh my gosh. Training resumed as if it had never been interrupted. Raph huffed as he begrudgingly rolled backwards after Donnie's kicks, performing his part as instructed. Donnie feared that his brother might use a bit more force than necessary when it came time for them to switch places,
But while Raph's kicks weren't exactly light, he seemed to be taking the exercise seriously. Having fully expected him to take out his anger over his punishment on the practically gift-wrapped, turtle-shaped punching bag before him, Donnie instead began to wonder if his older brother was biding his time, waiting to strike until they were alone in the kitchen with no witnesses.
Oh my god.
I mean, would I put it past him? As soon as training had finished, their father had made sure the two disruptive boys headed straight for the kitchen to begin their assigned task. Dirty dishes from breakfast sat on the stove and in the sink, while the counter, makeshift island, and floor were littered with crumbs, spots of water, and the occasional dirty napkin. I hate to say this, but motherless behavior.
This is so motherless. Spots of water, crumbs, and occasional dirty napkin. No one picked it up?
No, like, this is left from breakfast, too. Like, how long has it been?
Oh my god.
I'm telling you, maybe it's just like my mom. She would have been, like, on top of it and yelling at everyone.
Right.
To, like, clean up.
Dang.
With a sigh, Donatello opened the cabinet under the sink and pulled out the soap, some rags, and a drying rack. Placing the rack next to the sink, he plugged up the bottom and turned on the water. Grabbing one of the towels hanging on the handle of the oven's door, he tossed it to Raph.
I'll wash and rinse, you dry and put them away. Be short. Was the only response he got, but as Donnie added the rest of the dirty dishes to the sudsy water, his brother shuffled up beside him and arms crossed stubbornly, but towel in hand. I have to remind myself, these guys are like 11 because they have not changed.
I was gonna say, like, this feels like their 15-year-old selves.
No,
low-key.
But they're freaking 11, they're tiny.
Right?
My god. The two stood in relative silence, the only noise coming from the splashing water or clinking of plates and cookware as Donnie filled the drying rack. Every time Raph would reach for another dish to dry, Donnie tensed over it ever so slightly, wondering what form of revenge his brother must be plotting to keep him so quiet when usually he'd be loudly complaining about the injustice of it all. So when Raph did at last speak up, Donnie braced for the worst.
So what'd that mean, anyway?
He doesn't...
I mean, Mikey didn't know either. I don't know if Leo knew what it meant, but...
Oh my god.
Well, no, he did know what it meant, because I think Leo was like, Donnie, you shouldn't be saying that.
No.
Wait, then how did Leo know?
What?
Guys?
Who knows? Maybe Donnie and Leo spend some time together.
Hey! They're best friends, guys!
Hey.
That other fic was wrong!
His hands pausing mid-scrub, Donatello was caught off guard by the seemingly innocuous question. He turned to his brother and blinked. Huh? Raphael cocked an eyebridge at him as he picked up a wet plate.
You know what you called me? The word that got us into this whole mess?
Donnie's eyes narrowed as he frowned and said, You got yourself into this whole mess, Raph. And it means someone who was intentionally callous, belligerent, and arrogant.
Raph stopped rubbing the plate with his towel and gave his brother a flat look. In English,
You're a big jerk, explained Donnie in a slow, even tone as he rinsed the pan he had been washing and shoved it roughly into the drying rack. There was a pause.
Yeah. There was a pause as Raph stared at him curiously before blurting out, That's it?
It's a particularly crass way of saying it, but yes, that's it, he answered, eyes trained on the culinary knives in his hands.
The sounds of the dishes being washed and put away filled the room once again as the conversation petered out. Donatello kept his focus on the task, perfectly content to sustain the silence that emanated from the two siblings. Soon every dirty dish had been washed and rinsed, and he reached into the now tainted water and pulled the plug, allowing it to swirl down the drain and out into the sewers beyond. As his brother passed behind him with some clean cups to put away, he grabbed a towel to dry his hands so he could move on to his next task. Sorry.
Donnie jumped despite the quiet tone and looked up in surprise. What? Raph hopped up onto the counter to reach the cupboard that held their drinkware, pulling it open as he said,
I was just messing around, but I must have really made you mad for you to say that in front of Splinter. So, with the cups put away, he closed the door and landed back on the floor with a slight thump, his green eyes finally meeting brown. Sorry.
Oh my god. What is this great characterization?
I'm kind of liking this, actually.
I wasn't expecting much of A is for A.
Right? Like,
I think because the title was funny, but dang.
I was kind of scared, actually.
I was like, dang, okay, what is this? Another X.
Right.
We don't speak of the Leo and Donnie one. Goodness gracious.
We don't talk about that one.
Talk about that. Staring at his brother in shock, all Donnie could think to say was, "Oh." After a rather pregnant pause, Raph huffed and pushed past his bewildered sibling to grab the last items in the drying rack. Donnie finally flinched when one of the knives he'd washed earlier was pointed in his direction.
"Don't just stand there," said Raph as he brandished the utensil towards Donnie, sending droplets of water flying before wiping it dry. "Let's hurry up and get this over with."
"Right," said Donnie as he shook his head as if dispelling a dream. Replacing the towel, he picked up a dry rag, grabbed a trash can, and began wiping the crumbs and trash on the island into it. As he worked, he found his mood brightening. The tense atmosphere from earlier completely dissipated. His grumpiest sibling rarely apologized, but when he did, he meant it. It almost made Donatello feel bad for using such harsh language against him in the first place. Almost.
Well, this is accurate.
Uh-huh. Guys, they don't keep grudges. He apologizes, and it's like, alright then. We can move past this.
Right.
Almost.
Yeah. Okay, Donnie is gonna, like, let this go as much as he can. As much as Donnie can.
Mm-hmm. The two continued to wipe and scrub the island, counters, stove, and sink, until all that remained was the floor. Handing Raph the dustpan, Donnie began sweeping the accumulated filth into it, and this time when his older brother's voice broke the now amiable silence, he listened without apprehension.
"So," Raph began casually, "A pull, right?"
Donatello spoke automatically. His self-preservation suddenly kicking in, he quickly glanced at the kitchen entrance before lowering his voice. "It's asshole. And I shouldn't have called you that, so don't you start saying it either."
"Just trying to be as smart as you, Donnie," he said with a smirk as he glanced up from where he was crouched on the floor.
With a goading smile of his own, Donnie rolled his eyes as he swept more dirt onto the dustpan and said, "In your dreams."
"So what other bad words do you know?" Raph asked as he got up to toss the collected dirt and waste into the trash.
"Even if I did know more bad words, I wouldn't tell you," replied Donnie as he continued sweeping. "Sensei would know who you learned them from, and then I'd get in trouble too."
"I'm not stupid enough to use them around Master Splinter," said Raph with a grin. As his younger brother snorted and shot him a disbelieving glance, he walked up beside him, leaning against the island with his arms folded, dustpan hanging limp and forgotten. "Come on, you gotta know something better than a fancy way of saying jerk."
Who's Donnie? What did Bonnie over the curse?
I mean, tell me it's not accurate, though.
It's so accurate. Oh my god. This could fit easily into the canon, like between the Turtle Tots and just them as grown teenagers.
Right?
If we had a bonding episode just Don. I know Nick would never allow this, but oh my god. Donnie teaches Raph curse words.
Yes.
At this, Donnie paused and held up a finger. "Well, the technical definition is another word for one's anus ass. It's a slang term for butt, butthole. That doesn't appear to be a very common usage of the term, however."
Raph snickered and raised an eyebridge. "You called me a butthole? What is that? What, is calling somebody a mouthhole an insult too?"
With another roll of his eyes, Donnie resumed his sweeping as he spoke. "No. Although, come to think of it, there are several curse words that are related to the butt in some way. Synonyms for urinating, defecating, and even male genitalia all seem to be fairly in common use. This is a 11-year-old. I have to remind myself.
This feels like just Donnie.
I know. My brain developed at the fresh age of 5. My god. A fresh pile of dirt ready and waiting, he glanced expectantly at his brother, who now had a devious gleam in his eyes.
"Really?" said Raph as he once again bent down and lowered the dustpan to the floor. "And what words are those?"
"Nice try, Raph."
Replied the older turtle with a pout, as his dustpan once again received the latest harvest of loose dirt and crumbs. Once again, I love how, like, Raph pouted, like, twice in this fic. That's so accurate! Bro is always pouting! Even as a 15-year-old! It's too funny.
Oh my god.
As Donatello watched Raphael plod back to the...
Yes! Plod is the perfect word for
Yes!
Oh my god, thank you. Someone finally put into words the freaking...
The little waddle he does. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Like that penguin waddle he does. As Donatello watched Raphael plod back to the garbage can, a sudden thought occurred to him. Bringing his hand up to his chin, the corners of his mouth quirked downwards in contemplation as a particular word bounced around the confines of his brain.
You know, he began slowly, instantly grabbing his older brother's attention. There is one that technically can't be used as just a normal word. It refers to a female dog, but it's an insult when directed at somebody. Oh, and you can use that as an expletive as well. Like, we will use the word darn or heck, so it's especially versatile. The anticipation on Raph's face told Donnie that he had his full and undivided attention. With a grin, he continued.
I think it's still Donnie.
I lost track. In that case, it's used at the end of a phrase, so you couldn't just say the word by itself. You have to use the full expression. Son of a... Raph is an enabler, and Donnie absolutely knows the most curse words. Yes. Also reminded of how Yoshi was first mutated in 1997, so at best he's only ever had access to a slow and crappy dial-up internet connection. Oof. Guys learning the hard way about what kind of chaos could be influencing his kids on that thing.
Oof.
Oh my god.
No, this was good. This was a good fic.
Oh my god, I love this one. What the heck?
Why couldn't we have read this one after the Donnie and Leo?
I know, right? This is so nice. This is surprisingly really cute and fluffy.
Mm-hmm.
For, well, A is for a-hole.
Right?
In this image.
It came out pretty recently, too, like 2023.
Oh. Okay, you guys are still out there.
I actually think I've read a few of this person's fics.
Green Dion?
I could be wrong, though.
Green Dion. Oh, you're an writer. I'm gonna have to note down your name.
Mm-hmm. Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Multiple?
Yeah, I've read a few of these. I've read that one.
Ah. Oh my god. Thank you for that fic. Thank you for the characterization on everyone.
Right?
This is so nice. It reminds me, oh yes, can be nice just reading a nice fic once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Random number generator. Here we go.
Oh boy. What time is it?
It is 4:52 on the thing. We are at 22 minutes.
Oh, not bad. We got time for one more.
Uh-huh. Alright. Magic 8 Ball, tell us which one shall we read. Number 8.
Ooh.
What do we have for number 8? Wattpad.
Uh-oh. I'm scared.
Uh-oh.
I'm scared.
Wattpad.
The last one was on fanfiction.net, so
right. What the? Okay. Echoes. TMT12 fanfic. This takes place during season 4. I haven't gotten to season 4 yet. The center of Mikey's mind.
Yeah, this is the Mikey's mind episode.
What they find? Is this the short one that I found with multiple chapters? Because I read that this was a 12-minute read.
There is multiple parts to it.
Yes, I don't know what that means. What the?
Is it complete? Oh, it is complete.
It is complete, yeah. Okay, this takes place during season 4, episode 6, when the brothers have to go to the center of Mikey's mind, but what they find isn't pizza and ice cream kitty. They accidentally wander off and find a secret hallway that would change everything.
I love how it's tagged sad story.
I didn't see that. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Ooh, we started off with a bang. I'm sorry, what? Raph yelled in shock. Oh, who's doing Fugitoid?
True. Is that? It just sounds like robotic Donnie.
He's David Tennant, if that helps for Doctor Who. It is true. The neutrinos want his mind. For what reason is unknown, but you must find your brother, Fugitoid explained.
And what happens if we don't? Donnie asked nervously. There was silence for a moment, and Fugitoid was about to respond, but Casey interrupted him.
Even if they did steal his mind or whatever, there wouldn't be any difference since Mikey doesn't have a brain anyway, Casey teased. Who is this?
Is that still Fugitoid?
I think it's Fugitoid.
Yeah.
There would, because Michelangelo would not be himself because his entire personality remains in his mind. Without it, he would be a mindless soldier being told what to do, and if not, he wouldn't do anything. Almost like a robot, but not anything like me, because I have a human brain. Your brother would not, and would basically be a puppet to whoever he sees.
The turtles were alarmed at this.
If this is such an important task, why aren't you helping us, Fugitoid? Raph pointed an accusatory finger. You see, Raphael, I do not have a subconscious. Even with a human brain, my body is entirely metal. You have to perform this task by yourselves, and you must not fail, Fugitoid replied. If you do, there's a chance that your brother might die.
The turtles were stunned into silence by this.
Since he will be a puppet, if he does not know whose orders to obey, he will freeze up, and that will be quite problematic in battle, Fugitoid explained. Leo took a breath and looked at Fugitoid with determination. We won't fail. I'm not letting anything happen to our little brother, Leo replied confidently. Fugitoid hooked the turtle brothers up to the machine, and they closed their eyes, and suddenly they were in the sewers.
I wonder what part of Mikey's brain this is, Donnie said, looking around in awe.
I'm pretty sure there are supposed to be memories playing here. I'm not sure what happened. Try to find Mikey if you can, April replied.
The turtles continued walking down the sewer path that seemed to go on forever. April, are you sure this is the right way? Donnie asked. They wanted for a response.
They wanted really hard.
They wanted for a response. Uh-huh. No turning back. But the response never came. April? What? Where'd April go?
I think this happened in the episode too. Like, April was trying to guide them into Mikey's mind, but they, she suddenly, lost connection or something.
April? Donnie called out, but again, there was no reply.
Oh, jeez, Leo said, exasperated. The one person that knows where we're going just disappeared! Raph exclaimed. Let's just keep going. This can't go on forever, Leo said with authority.
How would you know? Have you ever been in Mikey's mind? Donnie replied sarcastically.
No, but I know that he has a wild imagination, so there has to be more here. Otherwise, he wouldn't space hours so much during missions, Leo defended. Okay, that's actually pretty smart, Raph admitted. Dang. Someone's having a good time out there.
Woo!
The boys continued on, walking through the sewer for what seemed like forever, until out of nowhere the scene changed and they were now standing on a circular checkered floor. The walls and ceiling were black. I don't remember this place, Raph questioned.
This might be part of Mikey's actual brain now, not just memories. Donnie tapped his chin and thought.
We need to figure out where Mikey is before those bots do, Leah reminded.
If I were Mikey, where would I hide? Donnie looked around until he saw a multicolored door and went over to it. This had gotta be his imagination. The three heard footsteps from behind them and all whipped around. There was a corridor that wasn't there before. It was dark.
What? Leo asked. What on earth could that be? Something from the neutrinos? Mikey isn't a dark guy. Raph teased. I think we should go down there, Leo said, continuing to stare off into the distant dark hallway. Leo walked down the hallway first, and suddenly it was cold. They looked behind them, and suddenly the room was gone. It was pitch black now. No turning back now, I guess, Leo sighed. This is, the strange thing about fanfiction, too, is, towards, the, not canon compliant stuff, where they were going, out of the episode, I got the it was kind of hard for me to, get a grasp on the characters' voices because it didn't feel like things they would say, or not even things they would say. It didn't feel like how they would talk.
That's true.
Mikey isn't a dark guy. I'm I don't know if Raph would say it like that.
Guy's got nothing up in his brain.
Right.
A pizza.
Right. That feels more accurate. I'm
right.
Yeah. So that's the interesting thing about fan fiction. I guess script writing too is you have to be really careful, to tailor it to that character.
Mm-hmm.
The three turtles walked down the dark hallway. It was empty. As they walked, they got colder and colder. Then they heard echoes from all sides. Quiet enough to be a mouse, loud enough to echo.
Uh-oh.
Useless.
Failure.
Weak.
Dumb.
Are you sure you're not walking to Leo's brain? I'm telling you, we had literally a canon episode where Leo's greatest fears is being berated by his brothers and failing.
I'm pretty sure there was a really similar sequence with the
It was literally all three of them standing there you let us down, bro.
Yeah, I swear.
This is all your fault.
I remember a sequence like that. I'm like, wait a second, this sounds awfully familiar.
This is all the fan fiction where they're Like, I swear, like, this is, like, a common trope, too. They go into the person's mind and, like, oh, like, especially Mikey's, like, a big target for this one, too, I bet. Just, like, oh, like, he internalizes everything his brothers say. Like, their words rattle in his brain. Useless, weak, dumb. Are you sure you're not talking about Leo?
No, because I really think it's really hard for words to pierce through Mikey's brain and stick there. Whereas with Leo, it's just like, whether he's aware of it or not, it just stays.
Right.
Oh, gosh.
As they continued farther down the hallway, they came to sets of doors. 15 doors on the right lined up with 15 doors on the left, all of which were taped or boarded closed. All three turtles felt uneasy. They stared at one door in particular without saying any words. At the top of the door frame, there was a sign that read, "Do not enter."
Isn't that the sign that Raph has on his actual door?
I think so.
Mikey.
Y'all just stealing, like, bits of characterization from the others to, like, just to, like, fuel Mikey, right?
Uh-huh. God. Am I the only one feeling uneasy about this? Donnie finally spoke up.
No, there's been something off about this entire hallway, Raph replied, frustrated. What part of Mikey's mind could this be? Leo asked curiously. The echoes got louder. Unwanted. Alone. Useless.
Useless.
Oh my gosh! Once again, you guys are looking to the wrong turtle!
Unwanted, alone, useless.
Like, isn't this what Leo thinks to himself all the time? I just remember that the Fungus Humongous episode where, like, like, Leo was, like, starting to fall into his hallucinations, and, like, he saw Donnie, like, running away from him, and he just screams, like, no!
Yeah,
and, like, it's, like, echoing, and he's like, I failed!
Which is why I'm looking at this alone and feeling confused, because I'm like, that's what Leo's afraid of, that he's gonna end up alone. Honestly, if they don't change, the path that he's going down seems pretty likely.
I mean, isn't that literally what happened in Mutant Apocalypse?
So why is Mikey's little mind tunnel useless, alone?
Like, the fandom, you guys just take bits of character from all the other turtles, Leo especially, to prop up your fave. Why?
Oh my gosh. The turtles noticed how that word was repeated more than the others.
Do you guys also hear whispers or something? Raph asked.
Leo and Donnie nodded. It's most likely some kind of
wow!
Donnie!
The smart one!
Donnie, you're so smart. I would have never guessed.
The genius turtle, whoa!
It's most likely some kind of echo. I don't know how, since this seems to be an open space, Donnie said while trying to assess the area.
An echo? That was really tough to decide.
Dang, I don't know. What is that sound?
Is it an echo? Or is it a not echo? What else could it be?
I know, right? What the heck? There were sounds coming from inside the door that said, "Do not enter." Should we? Donnie started.
Mikey could be in there, so yes, Leo replied.
Slowly, he put his hand on the doorknob and turned it, quietly pushing it open to reveal another dark room. They all hesitantly walked in.
Great, so we were all scared for nothing!
Raph began before getting cut off by the door slam and lock, causing the turtles to jump.
Ah!
Well, at least we know Mikey's not in here, Donnie said somewhat positively. A scene played before them. Oh, it was back in New York City. Mikey was fighting Tiger Claw on the train, jumping around and teasing the aggravated tiger. Mikey made a wrong move and Tiger Claw stepped his giant foot on Mikey's shell, causing Mikey to grit his teeth in pain. Tiger Claw bent over and picked up the circular device. Wait, isn't that the disc from when we fought Vaxis? Donnie, what is that?
Isn't that a season 5 villain?
I have no idea.
I thought this was season 4.
I don't recognize this at all.
No, what? Wait, can we...
Vaxis?
Yeah. I thought I was sworn that was season 5. I could be wrong, though. Maybe I just don't remember. It is season 5.
What the?
Yeah, that's the season 5 dude!
Demon guy.
The 5th season!
What the?
Wait, but this took place during season 4. Episode 6.
Yeah, Mikey. Well, you can see into the future now, too. Dang, Mikey.
Whoa, Mikey's good.
Whoa, he's got future vision.
Not only does he have a photographic memory, not only does he have the most potential out of all his brothers, he's got future vision.
Whoa. Wow, he's so special. Donnie exclaimed it. Remembrance? Donnie, you remember this too?
You guys can all teleport to the future? I thought you needed Fugitoid for that. Or to go back to the past, at least.
I don't think that took you anywhere there either.
Yeah.
What the heck? The turtles looked back at the scene, and Mikey was holding onto the sides of the train, the rest of his body in the air. Tiger Claw advanced with his sword out, and Mikey let go of the train, falling away and slamming into barrels of trash, and being too hurt to get up, he lay there. The turtles stared in shock and worry.
What? He didn't tell us about this! Raph exclaimed in anger.
He let go of the train, Donnie mumbled.
He almost died? As if none of us have ever almost died before? As if I've never almost died?
Leo! What is this guy in business? He almost died.
Leo! Look at yourself, bro!
Uh-huh.
Season 1, Season 2, Season 3 like, what?
Seriously.
Oh my god. Season 4!
Bro.
Leo!
You're constantly getting way too comfy with death, like.
Meanwhile, like one instance with Mikey, he almost
died. Man, forget all those moments I've almost died. We gotta focus on Mikey now.
I mean, I guess that's accurate, but like, oh man, is it frustrating.
Right. Weak.
Why'd that sound like Donnie?
Donnie, were you the one? Weak. Wasn't me, guys. That wasn't me, guys. Alright, that's an echo.
That was Raph.
Dang. What? Don't sound like that. Weak.
That was me.
Exactly. I gotta put more power. Weak! 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 Weak!
Guys, stop insulting Mikey.
We're gonna...
Nah, he can take it.
The scene changed to Mikey's iconic pleading face. Raph was looking at him with a certain look, and then smiled, taking Mikey's hand. Behind him stood Slash.
Why is it italicized?
Yeah.
Raph was looking at him with a certain look. Like behind him stood Slash!
Stood Slash! A shadow casting over the turquoise turtle's face. When he saw Raph, yeah, what the? What? Are we supposed to like put an emphasis on it because it's Mikey's memories, I guess?
But it wasn't like that for the other scenes, right?
No, really. Yeah, not that it italicized it. Well, I think I'm just skimming through, but starting there, okay, whatever. They're italicizing it for some reason. When he saw Raph grab Mikey's hand, stop. Slash then said something inaudible and slammed his fist down on Mikey's body, making Mikey slam into the ground and bounce back up due to the force. Slash slammed Mikey on the ground a second and a third time before also slamming him into the wooden legs of a water holder with his fists. Slash got ready to hit again, but Raph shoved him away, and Slash got out his spiked weapon and aimed at Mikey, before Raph threw a smoke bomb in his face before disappearing. Leo and Donnie stood in shock. Raph had turned away when it started, already knowing the outcome. Slash did that to Mikey? Donnie exclaimed.
And you trusted him to lead a mutant team? Did you see the way he tried to kill Mikey? Leo exploded with frustration. Okay, but like, guys, you guys knew the extent of your injuries. Why are you people surprised?
I swear, like, Donnie was with Mikey.
They got separated for a brief moment. I think Donnie was like, I'm too weak, go on without me.
Oh, like Donnie got his arm smashed?
Yeah.
Or something like that?
At the end of the episode, Donnie was the one still in the sling.
Right.
Mikey and Leo look relatively healed.
That's the thing I was talking, like, when he met up with Mikey somewhere along the way, I think he saw that Mikey was standing at least.
Mm-hmm.
No, okay then.
And then, like Leo too, like, Leo was also beaten up by Slash.
Uh-huh.
And, like, he saw his brother's injuries, like, he knew that Slash tried to kill them, like, that's why he had this thing against Slash for, like, so long.
Yeah.
Or, like, that was at least part of the reason, right? It's not like Leo didn't know. Well, I mean, I guess it's different, like, seeing it personally. Maybe that's what they're trying to get at here, but, like, I don't know, it just feels like rehashing things that didn't need to be rehashed.
Right. The scene changed again to Mikey fighting with...
Okay, this is season 5 spoiler.
What?
Bro, like...
I was gonna say, I don't recognize that name.
No, yeah, this is from the Usagi crossover.
Oh.
In season 5, but I thought this was season 4!
What the? Keep it consistent, please.
Oh, again with the italics.
Jay before being brutally stabbed and falling down the hill. Raph fought with Jay next, running at him, and Jay simply used magic to make explosives that knocked Raph off the edge. Donnie tried to attack next, but was caught and squeezed to death by Jay and then fell like a rag doll to the bottom of the cliff. Leo fought with Jay for a while before he too fell off the cliff. He recovered quickly looking at his team. Donnie's bow staff that was broken in half, Raph's arm lying between rocks, and finally, Mikey. Leo sat upright and pulled Mikey's broken form close to him. He sobbed into the coldness of his younger brother's shoulder. It began to rain, and Leo's masked tails began to flutter in the wind. Leo picked his head up, and his eyes were white as snow. The scene ended with this.
Wait, okay, I haven't watched season 5, so I could be, like, totally wrong by this, but I could have sworn that was, a hallucination that Jay gave Leo. Or, like, not a hallucination, but, like, a dream. So, like, it wasn't real.
This doesn't seem real either.
So wait, I have several questions. Why is this here? Why is this in Mikey's mind? Wouldn't it make more sense for it to be in Leo's mind?
Are they?
And, like, it shouldn't be here at all, because this is season 4!
Yeah, what the heck? Why are all, like, the spoiler for season 5 stuff? This is kind of what you said. Now you're literally taking stuff that happened to Leo and putting it for Mikey.
Yeah.
What?
And, like, yeah, this is, like, even, like, in the scene, you could tell this is from Leo's POV. Because, like, Mikey's out. If this is Mikey's mind, his mind would just be darkness.
Yeah, how'd you get... Mikey, you can transfer memories? What are you?
And what, he's gaining trauma this way, just, like, absorbing? But it didn't even happen to you!
Your trauma is my trauma, dude.
Mikey, I don't think that's how that works.
I totally get how you're feeling, Leo.
Mikey, I don't think that's how that works.
It's almost like I experienced it myself, man. Coward boom bummer. Oh gosh.
Donnie and Raph stared, and Leo had stepped back a bit from where they had previously seen him. There was a heaviness in the air. They knew they had to find Mikey and figure out what the heck was going on with the secrets.
These aren't secrets. Leo knows this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not really a secret. I think it's just more like, why would he tell them?
I guess so, yeah.
Like, if this really is Leo, right? And if this is a dream he got, like, I think, like, he woke up startled. I don't think he actually, like, told them what happened. Mm-hmm. But, like, this is Leo, like, why would he tell them?
I think even thinking if these, you somehow transfer all this stuff that happened to Leo onto Mikey, like, it had happened to Mikey in the first place, I still don't think Mikey would talk about it. He's not the type to discuss things like that. Only because I think his mind is just empty. Not for this whole, like, I'm gonna withdraw these secrets from my brothers because it's gonna be too much for them.
Right.
Yeah, I keep the team happy.
I mean, honestly, even if this did happen to Mikey, I don't think this would even be in his mind. No. He would have, like, been like, alright, in one ear, out the other. Just
ouch,
like,
that hurt.
I forgot about it.
Because that seemed to me as, like, primary mode of dealing with trauma and just things in general, just, not important. Not pizza, skateboarding, ice cream, kitty, I forget what else. No space. No space for things like this.
Mm-hmm.
And heck. So yeah, no, this doesn't resemble Leo so much more. The echoes had gotten louder the longer they stayed. It was above a whisper. What, so was it? Wait, what? It was time? Okay.
I guess it was really faint before, but it was still echoing. Oh. So I'm like, okay.
Okay. No purpose. A joke. No talent. Childish.
This just sounds like Donnie. Going by the theory, it's Donnie and Raph.
Stupid.
Childish. Stupid. No talent. You suck, Mikey.
Oh my gosh. The turtles began to wonder exactly how much was in Mikey's brain. They recalled the times Mikey told them something, they didn't believe him, and he turned out to be right. They never took him seriously.
Actually in the first episode when Mikey told them about the brains, they were skeptical, but they did go to investigate Mikey's claims. It just so happened that the Krang disappeared before the brothers could see. So it's not like they completely dismissed him.
Right. It's just that, unfortunately, they kind of set up a precedence of, like, hey, I think Mikey's not... Like, it's hard to tell when he's serious and when he's not.
And, like, I think they literally said in an episode, too, like, it's Mikey. This is the guy who unironically believed leprechauns are real.
Bruh.
But, like, the prank master, too.
Oh, yeah.
Why would they take him seriously? Like, the fandom's like, they never take Mikey seriously. And I'm like, yeah, why would they take Mikey seriously? I wouldn't take Mikey seriously.
It's a reputation you set up for yourself and, I guess, deal with it, too.
Mikey, you kind of set yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
My bad, but, like, it's kind of on you.
Mm-hmm.
The turtles began to wonder exactly how much was in Mikey's brain. They recalled the times Mikey told them something, they didn't believe him, and he turned out to be right. They never took him seriously. I wonder if there's anything about Shredder, Raph said out of the blue.
Hopefully not. Donnie chuckled nervously.
Any bad memories with Shredder? I thought for a second they were talking about, like, I wonder if there's any intel on Shredder. Like, I'm like, why would Mikey know that?
He knows the future. He could give us some... He's dead! In season
Wait, yeah.
What?
Wait, what? Now I'm really confused on this timeline.
What the?
Yeah, for season 5, he's dead.
What?
So this is season 4?
Because now I'm just thinking, are they trying to just take inspiration from season?
Oh, wait, well... Okay, well, if you're going by the interpretation, like, I wonder if there's anything about Shredder, like, bad memories involving Shredder. You want to know who has bad memories involving Shredder, though? It's Leo!
No! Oh my god.
I can't do this.
The turtles continued going through every door and seeing what was inside. They opened the next door and watched Splinter's deaths for the second time. They left with red eyes. Next door, they watched Leo get hurt multiple times, but Leo saw Mikey throw a couch on top of Razar, which is a pleasant surprise. Okay. The door after that was scenes of Raph yelling at, hitting, name-calling Mikey, and Raph left the room feeling like the biggest piece of shite on earth. The next room were scenes of Donnie getting hurt. The door after that was times Leo got, oh no, you're just blaming the brothers, huh?
Yeah, why is Mikey internalizing all of this?
I know, right, bro? I know he has photographic memory, but I genuinely don't think he puts any importance on them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm a denier. I'm a trauma denier. And the door after that was times Donnie got mad at him. There was one final door to go through, and none of them were sure if they were ready for whatever could be on the other side of the door. Leo looked back at his two exhausted younger brothers and turned the knob, pushing the door open. The room was lighter than what they were expecting. It was dark, but not as dark as the rest of the rooms. The 3 turtles saw before them 5 other turtles. They spotted a tiny Mikey, but there was a massive, spiky turtle between Mikey and his brothers. The 6 turtles looked at each other for a minute, before the blue one turned to little Mikey. Are these your little brothers? He asked kindly. Little Mikey, wait, what?
There's 6 turtles. I'm like trying to work this out. Okay, so there's...
The blue one?
Yeah, they only mentioned like one massive spiky turtle.
Who the heck is the blue turtle?
I don't know.
I just gave him a kitty voice just cause, but...
Wait, so there's Leo, Raph, Donnie, there's little Mikey. That's
right. There's a blue one.
There's a blue one. But then there's a...
Wait,
Then there's a red spiky turtle.
Wait, okay, just taking the math from here, it's like 3 turtles, them, and then 5 other turtles.
Oh.
Why are there 6?
What?
You're missing 2. Where are the 2 other turtles? What?
The math ain't mathin'.
Wait, what?
The math ain't mathin'.
Unless only 6 out of the 8 supposed turtles present looked at each other, and the 2 are just like,
What?
What? What's happening? Oh, well. Are these your brothers? He asked kindly. Little Mikey only nodded. Wait, what?
Yeah, there's a red spiky turtle.
Are they supposed to be altered versions of Leo and Raph?
I think so.
Like the nicer versions or something?
I guess.
Are these your brothers? He asked kindly. Little Mikey only nodded. Why don't you go to them? Or, why don't you go to them? The red spiky turtle added. Little Mikey only looked up at them with full emotion. The purple one, The purple one placed his hand on little Mikey's head and smiled. Little Mikey then went over to his brothers. He stopped in front of them, just looking up at them with mild curiosity. The echoes were louder now. They echoed inside of each of the older turtles' ears, making them bring their hands to cover their ears, and the other turtles looked at them, in confusion. Little Mikey suddenly realized, snapped his fingers, and the echoes were gone. What? You were making the echoes?
Dang. Little Mikey was the villain all along.
Yeah. Each of the 3 turtles slowly uncovered their ears and looked at little Mikey, who just smiled at them. That's so creepy, I don't know why.
Because Mikey's smiles are creepy.
He kinda doesn't catch the light in his eyes when he does that. And at that exact moment, it clicked for all 3 of them. Say were the voices that echoed in Mikey's mind.
Whoa, banger line! They were the problem all along! Who could have seen this coming? Certainly not me!
Oh, that's crazy! Oh, wait. Leo stepped back. These voices that filled their minds like a plague.
Oh wait, we were kind of right then. You know, remember we were saying how, like, these voices are like Donnie and Raph?
No.
But this is not what I meant.
No.
It was a joke, guys.
I was so scared. I was a childish, stupid. Yes. Oh no. Leo stepped back. These voices that filled their minds like a plague were their own voices. Times when they insulted Mikey, and now the only thing they heard
Are this Rise?
No! Wait, I didn't even read it. Oh no. I had a sneaky suspicion.
When I saw Red Spiky Turtle, I'm like, and like the one massive, no, you're lying to me. You're lying to me.
No. No, I didn't expect a Rise crossover. Oh my god. Oh, anyway, these voices that filled their minds like a plague were their own voices, times when they insulted Mikey, and now the only thing they heard were how stupid, annoying, and useless Mikey is. Little Mikey noticed their discomfort and went back to the big spiky turtle, the turtle with the blue mask and red markings on his face. I think it's Rise. Looked at the 3 turtles with concern.
No, that's I read ahead. I saw the red markings. Like, this can't be Rise.
He didn't know what was happening, but he knew they were his counterparts, and even if they're bad to Mikey sometimes, they're still his brothers. And they love him. The shortest turtle of the orange mask stepped forward in front of the 3 still in shock turtles.
Gotta do the Rise voices now.
If you want the echoes to stop, you'll stop insulting him. I don't know what to do with I don't know how to do his freaking voice.
Cause like, no, I think you got it. I think
cause his voice is such a weird. It's not even just cheery. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. My God. Oh wait, comments. I forgot. Yeah,
Whoa!
Rise. Yeah, Rise.
Whoa!
Stop insulting him. The 3 turtles looked up at the orange-clad turtle before them. What is this?
I think it's still
You've
Rise. Mikey.
already seen how much he suffered or gotten hurt alone. Now it's your chance to be with him.
No, we've seen how much Leo's gotten hurt alone. Actually, like, his torment by Jay, his battle with Shredder, like, literally in the fic. I think we saw more Leo getting hurt.
Yeah. Well, Angelo, you got the wrong turtle. He said, stepping out of the way to reveal a tiny Mikey with tears in his big baby blue eyes. He slowly walked towards them and jumped to Leo in a hug. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I never wanted you guys to know about this. Little Mikey's voice said, shaking. No, like, his voice isn't even like, ugh. He's like, ugh.
Leo's eyes softened at the sight of his youngest brother being so upset. He sighed. No, Mikey, you shouldn't have had to suffer alone. As your older brothers, possessive, we are supposed to be there for you and help you, and we haven't. We are going to fix that.
Bro,
I promise.
They've consistently been helping him. Mikey gets scared when his brothers are scared and not there with him.
Mikey actively clings to his brothers in fear, and they let him.
Yeah. Guys, even when he left, like that one time during the farmhouse arc too, even when he tried to find some like community in the frog thing, he was like begging his brothers to freaking come and save him, and he was like, guys!
Yeah. And even then he like came to a realization like, dang, my brothers aren't so bad after all.
You shouldn't have had to suffer alone.
Are you... Someone should be saying this to Leo! Right? It's so hard being a Leo fan in these times!
Dude, I didn't expect a sudden Rise appearance. That was just so special. Thank you for the treat, guys. I was really craving this crossover with Rise. Oh boy. No, Mikey shook his head. No, you guys are the best brothers ever. I just need to be better. Donnie stepped forward this time. Mikey, you're perfect as you are.
Dialogue. Mikey's perfect, though, just the way he is.
You're perfect as you are. Think of all the times you were right about something. This sounds so sarcastic.
I can only imagine him saying it sarcastically.
Think of all the times you were right about something. Like when we first came to the surface and you told us about the Krang. Or when your medicine actually made me better.
What, the stuff he just randomly tossed together?
Or when you were right about April's mom.
Okay, that episode was so irritating too. He was like, good, the vibes are off. I'm like, literally nothing to support this. Like, why do you think no one would believe you, Mikey? You don't have proof.
Right. It's his intuition, bruh.
What intuition?
Mm-hmm. There are so many other times I could name. We just didn't take you seriously, and that's our fault, not yours.
Sarcasm. The
Slash S! Slash S! Little Mikey sniffled and smiled up at his older brothers. Raph couldn't bring himself to say anything, but he picked little Mikey up and gave him a hug. Little Mikey smiled and returned the favor. Once Raph put him down, little Mikey turned to their counterparts. That was so cool to meet you guys. Do you think we'll ever see each other again? Little Mikey squeaked. The four turtles smiled. Yeah, we will. In the future.
Bolded.
Guys, get it? Get it? You get the reference? Mikey winked at his little counterpart, and Leon made a portal with his swords and jumped backwards into it with his hands behind his neck, smirking at them all. And he smirked his way out. Mikey did a few backflips into the portal, sticking his tongue out at their counterparts. Donnie used his robotic claws to lift himself up and pull himself backwards as he saluted the three turtles.
I don't really know why I was here. I wasn't really doing anything.
He said not a single word. And finally, Raph stood there with a big grin on his face, showing his famous one. I know what he mean. I know what they mean, but like, I just imagine Brody just.
Wait, does Raph have a gap?
He has like this little snaggle to it thing,
okay.
like one, big pointy one.
Mm-hmm.
The way you phrase him.
No, I was gonna say like, wait, there's no way he has like he doesn't just have one tooth. I swear I watched the first episode.
You know. He bowed, waved, and walked. Yeah, what the heck? Waved and walked through the portal, knowing he would see them again someday, very, very soon. The four turtles stood there, and they all embraced in a group hug. And little Mikey showed them to the exit. Oops. Once they left the door, learning all they had, they woke up on the ship and knew from now on things would change. Mikey thought about his new trans-dimensional friends and hoped to see them again in the future. Guys, you gay? In the future. Rise had a movie about them. Whoa! In the future. Whoa! Do you get it? Whoa! Are you getting it? Oh god! You finished.
Are we done now? OMG! Rise!
Rise! Oh my god!
All people are gonna talk about is Rise now.
I know. Oh lord. Guys, where's the on the 2012 fanfic? Where the?
It literally says TMNT 2012 fanfic. Why do I see Rise?
All the comments are Rise.
It's all Rise,
bro. What about the
We don't even get your like standard like yeah, Mikey's brothers need to treat him better. It's all Rise. No comments. Okay. Like the act, like you set up like 5 chapters establishing like this problem and its resolution, but meanwhile all the comments Rise. They make the cameo like the last 2 chapters.
The resolution was also Rise.
Yeah.
The solution to the oh no, I don't like this. Yep. I don't like this propaganda.
Yep.
Oh guys,
this is what you have to deal with as a 12 fan, and I hate it. I hate it here.
Okay, guys. I mean, I was going into a Mikey fic like this, but I was, wow.
Was Rise even tagged?
I don't think it was. Maybe the friends we made along the way were the Rise turtles we met. Oh gosh, I know.
All this tag is 2012. Like, if I'm going for 2012 fanfiction, why is Rise here?
Mm-hmm.
That's gross.
What the heck?
I don't want to see this.
Oh, this is also recent. I think I surfed through everything that was recent, like, or sorted through everything recent.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get some new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I get. Rise. I get Rise. Okay. That will change everything. I don't know, man. In 2023, you're still perpetuating the Mikey gets abused. They don't explicitly say it, but they might as well. And that he's gonna be better off with the 12 turtles.
Or the rise.
Little Mikey. Poor little Mikey with tears in his big baby blue eyes.
I'm telling you, 2 dull sheets of ice. What do you mean, baby blue eyes?
Icy, cold, blue, bordering on gray.
Actually, low key.
When I don't know, just when I draw, I have to put the blue way light and also way into the gray. He doesn't have baby blues.
I wouldn't call it that.
No, really.
April's got them baby blues.
April's got the baby. Baby blue is a much deeper blue than you guys realize. I think he's getting into the icy cold air,
which is like, honestly, when I first saw Mikey's eyes, like ice is what I thought of.
I'm like, right, same. This sobby, wet, teary, big blue eye.
Of course, it's little Mikey too. I didn't like this in the episode too. How like, oh, little Mikey's the real Mikey. So what? His real self is a 6-year-old?
Is that what they tried to imply?
Yeah.
What the? But that's his child. Guys, when you look back and you identify, like, if your thought process hasn't changed from when you were 8 or 6, that's a little concerning. When you're 15 and you still think the same as your 8-year-old counterpart. So what happened? What happened in the almost 8 years or 7 years? What happened? Did nothing happen?
Yeah, right. The real question is, did nothing happen?
Yeah. How did you go through so much, apparently, according to this, and nothing?
Yeah, you even absorbed Leo's memories for yourself? But your real self is still your little self?
Dang. Well. Guys. No comments. No comment. Oh, gosh. It's the same rehashed stuff again. I don't even know if I want to comment too much on it.
This actually reminds me of, do you remember that thing we were, like, conceptualizing of, like, the Leo's mind thing? I feel like since this was written, like, what I would expect more from a Leo's mind thing, I feel like, wouldn't it be kind of sad? It'd be almost, like, sad almost if, like, you know, like, the little Leos we had?
Yeah.
Like, instead of, like, holding, like, the hammers or, like, the whatever we had them holding, like, some of them could be, like, I don't know what they would carry to, like, represent, like, Leo's fears of, like, what his brothers have to say. But just, you know what I mean? Just, like, them floating around, but, like, they look sad, but at the same time, they're stubbornly clinging to it, because, like, they just can't let it go.
Right.
They just can't let that fear go.
That's an interesting concept. I wonder if you could have, like, if there's, like, layers to him. You could have the beginning of the line, like, you meet these Leos, they're just, you know, typical stuff, the Captain Ryan, and the Master Splinter. But then when they go deeper into his mind, and suddenly, I don't know if this guy's a turd dog, but what? One of those Leos flow around, he's like, you're so useless.
Oh no, that's so sad.
Oh gosh. Oh no, this was, I don't know what, like you said, I wonder what they could carry.
Right. See, but it's like stuff like this, like, you can make it interesting, guys.
Right. Or, I don't know, you just have Leo just squashed under a stone.
Oh, that's so sad, though.
I know.
Oh, but his brothers can help. Like, Raph's like, Leo!
No, I was like, no, put it on me!
No!
I deserve it! That's tiny guy just, like, squashing it around. He's like, no, I deserve to just be squashed by this thing.
What are you saying, bro? Not gonna let you die!
I let everyone down. No.
Wait, this is so dark, but, like, what if some of the little Leos are, like, they're also carrying hammers and tools to build, but, like, some of them, instead of building the Captain Ryan statue, they're going to this other place and, like, building the stone that keeps some of the Leos trapped.
Oh, no, I like that, but you're so right. Oh, that's so sad. Oh,
isn't that sad, though?
That's sad, but it's so succinct. It's like, it's pretty much he's the one manufacturing and building himself. Well, not up, like, I'm building the thing that keeps him down.
Right?
No! It's not even his brothers.
No.
No.
Like, once again, I think by season 4, we've established that his brothers do believe in him.
Mm-hmm.
At least.
Mm-hmm. So Mikey or something, you told me that show was like something this has to stop or something. I forget exactly what.
Was it the holodeck?
Maybe.
Or like where Leo was talking to that thing of Splinter?
Maybe, I think.
And then like Raph was like, this ain't healthy, and Mikey's like, dude, like Leo's going through a lot right now, he'll be fine.
Yep, that's it. So I'm like, they're definitely trying to get Ram.
Right.
What? None of them are really alone. That's
the thing, like, the 12 turtles do have a lot of allies and friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they still care very deeply about each other, and like their bonds, I would say, are still the strongest.
Right. They are each other's core support. And especially after Splinter. I think Splinter also, this is after Splinter died or something.
Mm-hmm.
They really are gonna be each other's like pillars of support.
Mm-hmm. Because like April and Casey can only do so much.
Right. So yeah, guys, I'm like keep putting this like no, they're so abusive towards you, especially Mikey.
Right.
They keep knocking them down, and he feels so alone.
The
and
baby
out
of the family.
The baby.
The one they actively like go out of their way to like treat nicer than the others.
Right.
Okay.
I think Mikey's just interpreting them like alleviate the load on him as what I can't do stuff, guys. Like occasionally he'll get that,
Yeah.
but otherwise he seems to be happy to hand off the load. Like okay, I'll leave it up to you guys because I trust you guys. Is what I interpret as the implicit meaning behind all that. Why he even lets them. He just has an ego at weird times.
Yeah.
But otherwise, he's just like, nah, you guys got this.
Which is, like, the frustrating thing for me about Mikey's character is that he's, like, all too happy to foster off the responsibility onto the others. But then when the time calls for it, he's like, nah, they don't appreciate me.
Right.
Gee, I wonder why.
Oh, Mikey.
The mystery is enormous. It will never be solved.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't his brothers respect him?
Just the can playing in a montage of all the time. All the times Mikey's messed up.
Literally,
oh, gosh.
Like, it's not every episode, but it's dang near close.
I think this is, once again, so many times I mentioned this, but the writers really do him such a disservice. Mikey, when he's actually following along, he just happens to step on something that triggers, I don't know, the Krang or whatever, the enemy's attention.
Right.
And now they can't even go stealth. Why does that always happen? That can't just be Mikey not being, because, like, he's been shown to be pretty agile, pretty good on his feet.
And, like, you can't even just have it be, like, the enemy catches them anyway. Because the turtles stand out in the open half the time. They should be getting caught more.
Yeah.
So, like, you could just have, like, the enemy catch them and be like, oh, man, our cover's blown. But no,
Yeah.
You have to show Mikey activating the alarm.
That's a deliberate choice. I don't know what kind of choice they think they're making. It's giving me a worse impression of him, that's all it's doing.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
It's the humor, guys.
What?
Sacrificing character for the sake of humor.
Oh my god. Well, Mikey, you're done dirty, but...
No, but then they try and make me
is
take Mikey seriously. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, now I can't.
You know, how do you when the character's presented like that? It's just unreasonable to ask of the viewer. Like, you got... Unfortunately, you Mikey fans gotta be huffing some hard copium to really be like, no, this is all justified. This all makes sense. The person with the corkboard and the strings, I swear to God.
Mikey's a genius, guys. This is all part of his master plan.
Right.
Actually,
Right.
it's everyone else that doesn't believe in him. Mikey's got this, guys.
What do you even do at that point? What can you even say to that?
I can't believe Mikey is Ciro's favorite turtle.
Right? What?
When he's written like this, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Seriously. How do you... He said he modeled it off of Greg. Easygoing attitude.
Okay.
Okay. He seems pretty reliable. I don't know. He seems like a pretty nice guy.
Yeah.
You could have just incorporated those elements. I'm not sure why you incorporated this thing of him having so much potential, yet failing.
Right. That's
When
the thing.
he's so close yet so far, yet never reaching the peak. That's so sad. That's like, what's the Greek myth or something where that one guy's like, Not syphilis. Sisyphus? The one who infinitely pushes a boulder up the side of the mountain.
Yeah, that dude.
But that thing always falls back down. I'm like, dang, Mikey, no matter what you do, the series itself will always push you back down and put you back at square one. That's so, in a way, some of them all kind of get that treatment, but like Mikey's is especially egregious. And I'm just like, guys,
especially because Mikey doesn't have much going for him to begin with.
The sore lack of ambition. All of these guys, if you had to really separate the term, it's like, yeah, Mikey kind of stands out because he's the one that doesn't have some sort of ambition. Raph, training all day, every day, baby. Donnie, oh yeah, engines, I don't know. Leo, training, leader stuff.
Gotta protect the city.
I think he's getting to the point he's gonna freak out if he takes on anymore, but Mikey's just gonna, nah, chill, dude, I'm totally chill.
I'm your skateboard!
Yeah, I'm chill, just sitting in the bed.
Pizza! Yabra!
Underwear collection. And then he's particular about certain things, but never has a constant source of ambition to draw from. He's always, I wish I could.
But he doesn't try.
Right. And
that one episode where he hangs out with Casey, Leo and April were training together. Does Mikey join in? No,
they seem pretty nice. It's like, yeah, we're doing gotta come join us.
Yeah, I think they even offered. Like, Mikey's like, no,
nah, it's boring, bro. It's work.
Okay, so training's not his thing.
Right. I'm just like,
inventing's not really his thing either. Don't get me started on the Mikey and science thing. Mikey and science don't even have a relationship to him.
No, his relationships with science is like some kid picked up a how to, like, easy, I don't know, volcano set and did it. Or no, his brother did it for him. And then he poured in the vinegar at the end and then watched it explode. It's like, oh, well, that's done. What now? I'm bored again.
Or like the writers need him to make this magical mystery cure.
Right.
And he just does it.
Wow. All his brothers are down, but Mikey does it. See, guys? He's so special.
He's special, all right.
Oh, he's our special little Mikey. Oh, boy. And what? The other thing I could think of is that he really has, like, some attachment to is cooking. But that wasn't even the first thing he thought of. Like, I think it was when the pizza was out or something. I think it was in that pizza episode where some guy possessed the local chains or something like that. Where he was like, dang it, all the pizza lines are... And then Leo's like, why don't you make your own?
Yeah, Leo had to come up with the idea for him.
He's like, oh yeah, you could put whatever toppings. I was like, oh yeah.
And like, only then did Mikey, like, start doing that.
Right. Why is Leo behind? I swear to God, this isn't us trying to push Leo into everything. It's just that he just is there. Everywhere. He's like behind every one of his brother's major achievements, major character arcs.
Actually, you're so right. That Donnie moment, too.
Leo's there. Raph apparently his world is I have Leo. If Leo didn't exist, half of Raph wouldn't exist, which is kind of sad, not gonna lie, but you're getting
but I think that also speaks to their closeness, gosh dang it.
Right, if only they just handled it better.
Right.
Like, we could have had something good. Gosh, and well, I argue Mikey's favorite might potentially be Leo.
Yeah, no.
Because it's like, Donnie just lets him hang out, yeah, sure, but he doesn't really engage in him.
Raph roughhouses with him, like, bullies him, not in that way.
No.
Just, like, in a loving family kind of way. But then Raph also has his moments where he can actually be, like, surprisingly nice to Mikey. But I do think that I do think Mikey looks up to Leo a lot, though. Actually, there's, like, a few funny moments in the show, actually. Remember when Leo was showing off for Karai? When Karai was watching.
Yeah.
And then all his brothers were like, Leo, what are you doing? And then Mikey's like, oh, we were trying to like show off for us because it totally worked. And then went for a big hug.
I know, right? And I was like, oh.
I'm like, okay.
Oh, so I appreciate If only the moment wasn't for Karai, that would have been cute.
Right.
It reminds me a bit, I forget exactly what turtles do this in 2003 or something like that.
I think it was Leo and Mikey.
He was showing off to someone, he's like, check out this, I've been practicing.
Yeah.
You like it? There's also something like that. That was really sincere.
I think there were like 2 moments I can think of from this series. One was between Leo and Mikey. I think the other was between like Leo and Raph.
Mm-hmm.
It was very cute.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Here. Day. The moment had to be spoiled by Karai.
Like most things. Oh
gosh.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, Leo's just there for some reason. He's like, unfortunately, the center of all his brother's worlds.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, how is Leo not the heart, though? If you remove Leo,
right?
Mutant Apocalypse.
Yeah, like the moral compass is gone. Everyone goes their own ways. Well, can I say Leo's the glue that holds all of them together. Holds them mentally together, too. Like, mentally, goodness gracious.
Right?
Because all these guys really just went to hayway. Like,
they would have gone off the rails if Leo hadn't been there. Donnie, far gone.
Eugenics!
Too far gone, too easily can I see him just going down the whole rabbit hole, like, actually, I am better. Why wasn't I aware of this?
But forget mutants being the inferior species to humans. We're actually better in every single way.
It joins forces with the Krang. Because I'm like, just getting dangerously close to what the Krang were doing. It's like, let's brainwash and Krangify them all, colonize the planet for our purposes. And Donnie's like, yeah! But instead, I'm gonna colonize you, Krang, too!
He's the one who turns on them.
My god.
Like, you know the trope of, the villain turns on the heroes when they're working together? Not Donnie turns on the Krang.
Dang. And then Donnie establishes a multi-galactic, interstellar
empire.
For himself. And Donnie reigns supreme. Oh, hail Donatello!
All things are how it should be.
Nah, but then again, even then I could
bow
see
to
Leo.
the bow.
But even then I could see Leo be like, Donnie,
this isn't you.
He's like, dang, you're kind of right though. I can see that too easily where he's just like, hey Donnie, you remember me, Leo? This isn't like you, bro. And he's like,
you're right, Leo?
He's like, you're right. I missed the good old days, Leo.
Oh, wait, that's so sad.
I know, but he's literally like on the eugenics path, turn against the Krang, establish a colony across the galaxy.
And like, throughout this whole time, I bet like millions of people were like begging Donnie to stop too. Heck, maybe even like Casey and April, like, Donnie, you have to stop this. This isn't like you, man.
No, I forgot you all. You guys never understood Donatello. None of you. Ah.
This is like the inverse of that Tumblr brainworm AU.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Where like April and Casey were the ones to talk him out of it.
Yeah.
And like Leo was the one who like pushed him there, right?
Yeah.
Dude, this is like the opposite of fandom interpretation.
I truly think Leo will be the one. Because I really can't explain. This is one of those things where you just have to trust the vibes, but
all Donnie has to do is look into Leo's sincere eyes.
He just puts out like, Donnie, please. He's like, you're right, Leo. Why was I doing this? Gosh. What have I done? Right? It's like, gosh, I wish we could just return to the good old days where we were just eating pizza in front of the TV. I'm so sorry, Leo. I can see that too. It's so dramatic and cheesy, but I can see that too easily.
Oh.
And then he wakes up and is like,
I had the most horrible dream.
Leo! What? Oh my god.
It's like that one video going to Leo for a nightmare.
Oh my
Except instead of like having Donnie with that silent smile, like Donnie just yaps to him about his dream.
Leo, it's insane! I decided to turn to eugenics after I forgo all humanity and rejected humans as a whole, and then I established, first I rebelled against the Krang.
Raph and Mikey, who are already in Leo's bed for their own nightmares, are just like, what, Donnie?
Right?
What? Oh, actually, like, shut up, Donnie!
Right. He's like panicked, but then he gets into it. It's like, actually, I first betrayed the Krang after I infiltrated them, and I took over all their resources, and I expanded across it.
I love how this implies Donnie doesn't even like register their presence. all that matters to him is like him and Leo.
Hey, if according to that comment, he can tune them out like white noise. This is easy stuff. Oh my god. Well, guys, we stray so far from this original Wattpad fic, but I truly think
this ain't it, Chief.
This ain't it, Chief.
That's all I have to say. This ain't it, Chief.
No. What are we running at? Let's see. We are running at an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
This is a good place to cap it.
Good place to cap it? I think so. This one has me tired out.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
I kind of wish we read the first one, like, last to end on, like, a good note.
Seriously.
But I think our little improv there at the end
right.
made me feel better.
After Donnie ruins the universe. Alright. Fanfic Friday, number 2. Woo! Yippee.